Daqian Fengcheng, the Chen family's discussion hall. Chen Yang slowly returned to his senses, looked around, and was stunned for a while. At this moment, Chen Yang is sitting on the main seat of the ancient discussion hall, with people with different looks sitting on the left and right sides. What's the situation? Chen Yang completely doubted life. I didn't expect that the time travel thing would actually allow me to catch up. Memories flooded into my mind. Chen Yang, the patriarch of the 9-rank beast royal family in Fengcheng of the Dogon dynasty. The people sitting on both sides are the elders of the Chen family. I didn't expect that I would become the head of an aristocratic family. For a moment, Chen Yang's cheeks twitched. Originally, I was picking out a construction site suit from an old man at a construction site. I was just holding a bead to watch, and I was stunned, and the whole person came over. Patriarch, have you come up with a solution? If not, just follow the old man's advice and marry the Mo family. While Chen Yang was stunned, an old man with a white beard on the right side of Chen Yang frowned. What marriage? Chen Yang was a little stunned, but then he understood. It turned out that the owner of the house was a hot potato. This world is different from the world of science and technology that Chen Yang lived in his previous life. This world respects martial arts. Aristocratic families and sects jointly rule this world. As for who rules the noble family and the sect, it depends on whose fist is bigger. And the Chen family where Chen Yang is located is the Jupin family in Fengcheng, Nanyang County, Dogon Dynasty. Don't think that the 9th rank family is very bad. You must know that there are dozens of families and sects that are not of the rank in the entire Fengcheng. As for the Jupin family, this is the only one. It can be said that the Chen family is the sky of Fengcheng. However, the sky in Fengcheng has been a little uncomfortable recently. The reason for this was that the Dogon dynasty was preparing to give the next door dynasty's activities, and under the Dogon dynasty, all the sects and noble families who had entered the ranks needed strong people to participate in the war. As for the Chen family of the Jupin family, they sent the only ancestor who opened the veins in the family. At this point, the Chen family became the foundation of the Jupin family, and it was a little loose. Although it's not a big deal at present, but over time, it's impossible to say. Originally, this matter had nothing to do with Chen Yang. After all, the sky was falling and there was a tall man on his back, and he was just a child. The strange thing is that before the Chen family Kaimei patriarch left, he specially asked Chen Yang to take over the position of the patriarch. As for the previous patriarch, Chen Yang's father, under the persuasion of Kaimei patriarch, voluntarily abdicated. The trouble came just 2 days after Chen Yang took over as the head of the family. The Chen family's opponent, the Gongsun family of the 9th grade family in Gongsun City, officially attacked the Chen family. Although it only attacked the Chen family's convoy transporting silk and satin at first, everyone with a discerning eye knew that this was the harbinger of the Gongsun family's action. Speaking of the Gongsun family, the two major families have been grumbling for a long time. The Gongsun family has 2 ancestors who opened the veins. They are a pair of brothers, and they joined the ancestors of the Chen family to worship the 7th grade sect. Since the time they entered the sect, the 2 brothers have not dealt with the ancestors of the Chen family, but the ancestors of the Chen family are powerful and have been pressing down on these 2 brothers. Later, after obtaining the Beast of Life, the 2 brothers were no longer the opponents of the ancestors of the Chen family. In addition, these 2 brothers are really not good at being human, and the ancestor of the Chen family is also a person who hates evil and hates evil. After going back and forth, Liang Zi was formed. So much so that the Chen family and the Gongsun family also dislike each other, and they have constant friction on weekdays. However, due to the strength of the Chen family's ancestors, it would not be a problem for one person to fight the 2 ancestors of the Gongsun family, so the Gongsun family did not dare to jump too much. And this time when the Dogon dynasty was recruited into the army, the Jupin family only needed to send out an ancestor who opened the veins, and the Gongsun family still had 1 ancestor who opened the veins. You don't have to think about what happened next. The Gongsun family will definitely take this opportunity to trouble the Chen family. Patriarch, why don't you agree to marry the Mo family? Since this young lady of the Mo family is the direct daughter of the Patriarch, it is not a disgrace to the Patriarch. Secondly, the Mo family still has an ancestor who opened the veins, which can completely protect my Chen family. Seeing that Chen Yang was silent, the first elder gave some persuasion. Listening to the words of the great elder, Chen Yang calmed down from his memory. Elder great, it is better to ask for others than to ask for yourself. In this way, you can give me 3 days to see if I can solve it. If you can, then you don't have to marry the Mo family. If you can't, then follow the instructions of the first elder. After all, Chen Yang ignored the elders and walked out. Looking at the back of Chen Yang's departure, the first elder couldn't help sighing, alas, it's hard for our master. The Patriarch is only 18 years old, and he has already broken through the 7th level of Qi training. Such qualifications are the first in my Chen family. If the ancestor is still there, it is estimated that the owner of the family will enter the Imperial Beast sect. With the talent of the family owner, the Dogon dynasty is the place where it can soar. At that time, the daughter of the Mirjapin family still wants to marry my master? She is not qualified to be a concubine. The other elders also nodded their heads. In the end, it was the Chen family that dragged Chen Yang down. That said, we still have to be prepared. Although we have the favor of our ancestor, the Mo family may not be willing to marry their daughter. The second elder echoed. Listening to the second elder's words, the first elder, Chen Xian, stroked his beard. That's right, we have to make a good plan to see how we can get the Mo family to marry. As for the head of the family, let him play around for 3 days, and he should be relieved. After leaving the discussion hall, Chen Yang went straight to the place where the Chen family kept the hurricane wolves according to the memory in his mind. The Chen family, a vassal family of the Imperial Beast sect, also undertakes the task of raising monsters for the Imperial Beast sect. This hurricane wolf, which can grow to the late first order stage, is the monster chosen by the Chen family, and it can also bring the Chen family 1,000 spiritual stones every year. As for why Chen Yang came here, there was a bead circling in Chen Yang's mind. Chen Yang knew this bead, and it was this bead that Chen Yang played with before crossing. It is estimated that this bead also exerted a lot of power to let Chen Yang pass through. According to the information given to Chen Yang in the bead, this bead is called Hedao bead. It uses family luck as energy, supplemented by aura, which can strengthen the bloodline level, cultivation, defense, attack power, and speed of monsters. As for the family luck, it is a symbol of a family's luck. The stronger the family's strength, the higher the luck. Although the consumption of clan sports will weaken the clan, for the Chen family of the beast-preserving family, the stronger the monsters under his command are, the stronger the clan will be. That clan luck will naturally grow. Among them, the scale control can only be grasped by Chen Yang. According to the information given by Hideo Zhu, it still has some energy. Chen Yang made a good plan, that is, to use this energy to cultivate a monster with powerful bloodline. As a vassal family, the Chen family, if they donate this monster to the beast-controlling sect, then the beast-controlling sect will definitely succeed for the Chen family. At that time, this predicament will be solved naturally. Outside Fengcheng, in the Chen family breeding base, next to a courtyard. Why are you here, Patriarch? Seeing Chen Yang coming, the 9 elders quickly opened the door and welcomed Chen Yang in. Elder 9th, I came here this time to ask the elder for a few hurricane wolves with stronger bloodlines. Chen Yang said straight to the point. The hurricane wolf? It's easy to talk about this. It just happened that a few hurricane wolves with powerful bloodlines were born recently. I will take you there now. The 9th elder didn't ask Chen Yang what he wanted the hurricane to do. Although Chen Yang was young, he was the master of the family after all, and it was not his turn to make irresponsible remarks. The second time, sensing Chen Yang's breath, the ninth elder thought it would be better to keep your mouth shut. When he came to the habitat of the young hurricane wolves, Chen Yang asked the 9 elders, "Where are the hurricane wolves?" "Just a moment please." Immediately, the 9th elder put his index finger in his hand and blew hard, and a loud whistle sounded. Immediately afterwards, the 4 young hurricane wolves stumbled to the side of the 9th elder, wagging their tails at the 9th elder. "I'll requisition these hurricane wolves first." "Patriarch, please." Immediately, the 9 elders left wisely, leaving Chen Yang and the 4 swift wolf cubs alone. There was no one around. Chen Yang opened his right hand, and a bead shone with 7-colored brilliance, floating in the heart of Chen Yang's right hand. Through the Hideo pearl, Chen Yang can clearly know the 5 data of these 4 hurricane wolves. Immediately, Chen Yang chose his target. "It's just you." With the activation of the spiritual energy in Chen Yang's body, the energy of the Dao orb was quickly exhausted, and a golden light poured into the body of the monster Chen Yang chose. At the moment when the light entered the body, the blast wolf suddenly burst out with a supreme aura. This kind of coercion originating from the bloodline instantly made the 3 little creatures crawl to the ground, not daring to look directly. "Now, it's time to wait." I waited for 2 days. Halfway through the 3rd day, Chen Yang, who had already lost interest, suddenly became excited at this moment. Because the aura shrouded in the wind wolf is gradually dissipating. This means that the bloodline promotion is about to end. Perhaps to confirm Chen Yang's guess, the body of the storm wolf was constantly changing. In just a few moments, he has grown to a terrifying body that is 3 meters long and 1 meter 5 high. And the cyan hair that represented the logo of the hurricane wolf also transformed into purple. As for this demon wolf's forehead, there is a clear crescent moon engraved on it. Howling Moon Wolf. Chen Yang's eyes lit up. As a royal beast family, Chen Yang still knew a lot of monsters. After being baptized by the origin of the bloodline, the wind wolf in front of him has evolved into a howling moon wolf with the bloodline of the peak of the demon venerable. Howling Moon Wolf is not only powerful in adulthood, but also has the possibility of breaking through the Demon King. It can be said that even the 7th rank sex beast fighting sect would not be able to calm down when facing the Howling Moon Wolf. Chen Yang really didn't expect that the only remaining energy would create a monster with the blood of a monster. If the energy is sufficient, wouldn't his Chen family soon have an army of demon lords? At that time, let's not talk about the Gongsun family, even if it is the imperial beast sect, it will also pay attention to the Chen family. Ow! A wolf howl brought Chen Yang's thoughts back to reality. "Yo, you still dare to bark at me?" Seeing the howling moon wolf in front of him grinning at him, Chen Yang took a step forward. A terrifying aura instantly enveloped howling moon wolf, and then Chen Yang said with a smile, "Come here and get down." Chen Yang's voice like a spring breeze made the howling moon wolf fall into an ice cave, and he couldn't help trembling for a while. "Why, do you want me to say it a second time?" Seeing the unkind look in Chen Yang's eyes, howling moon wolf instantly lay down at Chen Yang's feet, not daring to move. No matter how powerful the howling moon wolf is in the future, it is still far from Chen Yang's opponent. "Well, really good." After rubbing the howling moon wolf's head fiercely, Chen Yang left with satisfaction. The howling moon wolf waited until Chen Yang's back disappeared before he dared to stand up, and then walked proudly in front of the other hurricane wolves and accepted their kneeling. Chen's house, in the conference hall. A group of elders sat on the chairs one after another and looked at Chen Yang, who was in the first place. After a while, the first elder said first, "Patriarch, 3 days have passed, what are your thoughts?" "I refuse." Chen Yang said with a smile. "Rejected?" "The head of the family means that you have found a solution to the Gongsun family." The first elder's eyes lit up, but he did not expect Chen Yang to actually find a solution. "That's natural." Chen Yang glanced at the elders, "Everyone, come with me." Then he took the lead and swept towards Qing Shan. The other elders didn't know what Chen Yang was doing, but they honestly followed Chen Yang to Qingshan. After arriving at Qingshan, the first elder looked at Chen Yang in front of him and couldn't help but said, "Patriarch, what is the solution?" "Don't worry." Chen Yang smiled at the great elder, and then clapped his hands. Immediately afterwards, a group of people pulled the iron cage and appeared in front of the elders. Yu reading www.yu. The iron cage contained in the com was the Howling Moon Wolf. This is the Howling Moon Wolf, the Howling Moon Wolf who can grow to the peak of the Demon Lord. The great elder stumbled to the cage, clutching the railing with both hands, his face full of shock. "I was lucky and found this beast. If the Howling Moon Wolf was enshrined in the Imperial Beast sect, the Gongsun family would not dare to do it. As for the marriage, let's wait. It's better to ask for others. It's better for the first elder to concentrate on developing the family's strength." Chen Yang walked to the first elder and stared at Howling Moon Wolf. Listening to Chen Yang's words, the first elder Chen Xian was stunned for a moment, then smiled bitterly, "I'm a little anxious. Since my ancestor left, I have always wanted to find a backer, but I forgot that my own strength is the real strength. Thank you, Patriarch, for waking me up." After speaking, the great elder made a gesture to bow to Chen Yang. "The first elder doesn't have to do this." Chen Yang quickly stopped the first elder's actions. "You are the elder, if you bow to me, it will not sound good. Okay, next, I have to trouble the elders to give this thing to the Imperial Beast sect and deal with the corresponding matters. As for me, I'll go to practice first." After speaking, Chen Yang turned around and left. Looking at the back of Chen Yang's departure, the third elder couldn't help but said, "Elder, do you really believe that the Patriarch was lucky enough to find the Howling Moon Wolf?" When the first elder heard this, he quickly turned around, his eyes glared at the third elder, and a murderous aura came out invisibly. "Remember, the owner of the house is lucky, understand?" Feeling the terrifying aura emanating from the great elder, all the elders nodded and buried all the thoughts in their minds in their stomachs. Chen's house, in Chen Yang's small courtyard. After solving the most dangerous thing in the Chen family at present, Chen Yang felt that it would be much more enjoyable even to absorb the spiritual energy into the body. At this rate, it is estimated that within 2 years, I will become the ancestor of Kaimei. Feeling the aura filled in his body, Chen Yang also had a new estimate of the day he would break through to open the pulse. On the way of martial arts, one should first absorb the spiritual energy and enter the Danshan, which is regarded as training qi. When the spiritual qi is fully accumulated, it can break through the meridian restraints in the body, and the spiritual qi can be transformed into liquid, which is the opening of the meridian. And Chen Yang's current accumulation of spiritual energy in his Danshan is already extremely strong, and he is only one step away from the 8th level of qi training. The next day, Chen Yang accompanied his parents to finish breakfast and was about to practice when he was called over by the great elder again. "Elder, what are you looking for from me?" "Naturally, it is to discuss when to send the Howling Moon Wolf to the Imperial Beast sect." The first elder stroked his beard and said, "You can discuss this matter." "No, the head of the family is the head of my Chen family. How can we not discuss such important matters with the head of the family?" Chen Yang was a little puzzled. According to the memory in his mind, this matter was not discussed by you before, so why did you let me intervene now? Seemingly seeing what Chen Yang meant, the first elder smiled and said, "In the past, the head of the family was not allowed to interfere in the affairs of the family, for fear that the head of the family would be young and frivolous and would ruin my Chen family. But now it seems that the means and ability of the head of the family to do things are enough to decide the big and small matters of the Chen family." Chen Yang understood that he had saved the Chen family by doing this. In any case, they couldn't use Chen Yang as the owner of the house. "Okay, you all tell me, when are we going to send the Howling Moon Wolf?" Chen Yang asked while holding a teacup. "Patriarch, the old man's meaning is to take a break for a while, after half a month, it will be the common goffage ceremony of the young sect master of the Imperial Beast sect. At that time, we are sending it over, which not only has a different meaning, but also reduces the possibility of being detected by the Gongsun family. Then, according to what the elder said, at the common goffage ceremony of the young sect master of the Imperial Beast sect, present this howling moon wolf. Chen Yang made a decision immediately. In addition, there is one more thing. When the news is released, it is said that we are asking for a lot of money to buy ice orbs, as many spirit stones as you want. What does the head of the family mean? Divert their attention. Great Elder Chen Xian's eyes lit up, and he quickly understood Chen Yang's thoughts. Chen Yang smiled and nodded. Not only that, the Gongsun family will definitely stop us, and maybe they can cheat the Gongsun family. Yet, everyone in Nanyang knows that the old ancestor is deeply loved by his master. And this ice orb is also the treasure that the old ancestor and the master need to protect the beast. If we give this treasure to the old ancestor, the old man will definitely help us with all his strength. Since the Gongsun family wants to annex us, it will naturally stop this treasure. This is good. Not only can it be used as a smoke bomb, but it can also make the Gongsun family lose some more spiritual stones. The more Chen Xian analyzed, the brighter the light in his eyes became. Why didn't I find out before that the owner of the house was so overcast? It doesn't stop there, I'm definitely going to destroy the Gongsun family. We can also take back the ice origin pearl at that time. And then give it to the old ancestor. It can be considered as a show of filial piety on behalf of the old ancestor. Chen Yang took over. Chen Xian was completely stunned. My dear, what floor is the patriarch on? Since the matter of Howling Moon Wolf has been dealt with, let's continue to discuss the following matters. With that said, Chen Xian handed Chen Yang a booklet. This records the business situation of our Chen family. Patriarch, please see what we should do next. Chen Yang took the brochure without raising his head. Let's talk about the silk and satin business first. Patriarch, this satin business is actually just a pretense. Pretend. Chen Yang raised his head and glanced at Chen Xian. Elder, what does this pretense mean? Listening to Chen Yang's question, the first elder quickly said, the reason why our family maintains the silk and satin trade is because we can inquire about the news of the county town. Otherwise, the silk and satin that can only be traded with large amounts of gold is not worth our effort. Chen Yang nodded slowly. It turned out to be used for intelligence. For the time being, stop the silk and satin business. On the one hand, we can show weakness to the Gongsun family. On the other hand, we can also save the strength of my Chen family. Chen Yang instructed. Clear. After asking about the silk and satin business, Chen Yang looked at the booklet in his hand again. The most conspicuous place on this booklet is the Chen family's trump card business, Wind Wolf. The Chen family is an affiliated family of the Imperial Beast sect, so they naturally have to undertake the task of cultivating monsters for the Imperial Beast sect. This beast sect is not stingy in its actions, and it has become the most profitable business for the Chen family to raise the wind wolves for the beast sect. Seeing Chen Yang staring at Storm Wolf's interface, Chen Xian hurriedly walked to Chen Yang's side. Patriarch, Storm Wolf is growing rapidly, and basically every year, it can bring 1,000 spiritual stones to our family. 1,000 spirit stones, for a 9th rank family, is a considerable amount. This spiritual stone contains pure aura, and it is the hard thing of the whole world. This shows the value of this thing. I think there are only 10 male wolves and 10 female wolves in our family. Why don't we increase production? As far as I know, this Green Hill still has a lot of territory. This is also something Chen Yang has not understood. He clearly has the strength to expand production, but the family has been unmoved. That's it. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com. Chen Xian explained with a smile, the hurricane wolf is in the beast sect, it is equivalent to a cannon fodder monster, and in peacetime, its demand is not much. Understand, the market is not enough. The Chen family, as a vassal family of the Imperial Beast sect, naturally cannot sell Hurricane Wolf to other forces. Seeing this, Chen Yang put the booklet together and threw it on the table. Okay, don't read it, the business affairs should be handled by the first elder. Having said that, Chen Yang shook his sleeves and then stepped out of the hall. Congratulations to the patriarch. After leaving the discussion hall, Chen Yang originally wanted to go back to his yard to practice, but found that Chen Xian followed. Elder, is there something wrong? The first elder first looked around, and then leaned into Chen Yang's ear. Patriarch, I have already persuaded the ninth elder. He vowed to forget what the patriarch had asked him about. Looking at Chen Xian up and down, Chen Yang let out a hearty laugh. Ha ha ha, great elder has a heart. After being scrutinized by Chen Yang, Chen Xian also realized a problem. Patriarch, don't worry, the ninth elders and I have made a martial arts oath, and it will never leak out. That's fine. Chen Yang jumped away, but just took 2 steps before he stopped. After I break through the open pulse, the first elder will also rest and focus on breaking through the open pulse. Then, Chen Yang got up and swept away. Hearing Chen Yang's words, Chen Xian was stunned for a moment, then fell into ecstasy. Isn't the meaning of the head of the house that he intends to cultivate himself and push himself into the open pulse? For a while, the great elder firmed up his thoughts. This Chen family wants the head of the family to be the master, even if it is the ancestor, he has to stand aside. After agreeing with Elder Chen Xian on the next plan, Chen Yang spent the next few days practicing in his small courtyard. Chen Yang had a quiet time, but Nanyang County was completely boiling. The news that the Gongsun family attacked the Chen family's silk and satin convoy had already spread, but to everyone's surprise, the Chen family didn't say anything. Before everyone could relax, news came again that the Chen family was asking for a lot of money to buy Bing Yuanzu. Its price is so high that it far exceeds the value of Bing Yuanzu. Nanyang County, inside Gongsun City. As a 9th-rank family with 2 ancient ancestors, the Gongsun family is qualified to name the city where they live with the family name. This is also a manifestation of the strength of the Gongsun family. In Gongsun's house, the eldest husband, Sun Gu, was standing beside the head of the house. Gongsun Miao, Master, what do you think of this news? What do you think? Gongsun Miao snorted coldly. The Chen family is in a hurry, and they want to ask their ancestors' master for help. Since this is the case, then I can't let the Chen family get their wish. I ordered to go ahead and search for the Bing Yuanzu in Nanyang County with all my strength. No matter what, I can't let the Chen family get it. Yes. Gongsun Gu nodded, then turned and left. Gongsun Miao, on the other hand, stroked his mustache. Chen family, I see who else can save you this time. Time flies, and in the blink of an eye, 5 days have passed. According to the discussions of the Chen family, people will be sent to attend the common Goffage ceremony of the young sect master of the Imperial Beast sect today. In the discussion hall, seeing Chen Yang coming, Chen Xian was stunned for a moment, then fell into ecstasy. Has the master made a breakthrough? Fuck. Chen Yang closed his fan and smiled. Good. 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 Chen Xian shouted hello 3 times in a row, and then smiled. With the qualifications of the head of the family, it is estimated that he will break through the open pulse soon. At that time, my Chen family will not be afraid of the Gongsun family. Okay, no one can say what will happen in the future. Let's do the things in front of you first. By the way, has the Howling Moon Wolf handled it properly? Naturally there is no problem. Chen Xian patted the blue-grey bag on his waist. There is a royal beast bag given by the ancestors. No one knows about this trip. My Chen family has a Howling Moon Wolf. Then I will trouble the elder to guard the beast guarding bag. Chen Yang nodded. This Imperial Beast bag is a treasure refined by the Imperial Beast sect. Although it can only accommodate Kaimei and monsters below Kaimei, it is still precious. In the entire Dacian dynasty, only the imperial beast sect can refine it. If it wasn't for the fact that the ancestors of the Chen family had made a lot of credit, there would be no spare beast bag for the family. After preparing everything, under the leadership of Chen Yang, a group of more than 10 people went to the imperial beast sect. As a 7th grade sect, the imperial beast sect is one of the 13 states of the Great Jiang, and the ruler of Zhongzhou. Its mountain gate is located in the most abundant aura in Zhongzhou. Fortunately, this place is not far from Fengcheng. Chen Yang and others have rushed for 8 days, and they have reached the Imperial Beast City at the foot of the Imperial Beast Mountain. Okay, let's rest. After finding an inn, Chen Yang arranged for everyone to stay. After everything was arranged properly, Chen Yang also planned to rest. At this moment, Chen Xian suddenly walked in. "Elder, what's the matter?" Chen Yang was surprised. The elder didn't take a good rest, so why did he find himself? "Patriarch, I have something to tell you." "What's the matter?" "Because you broke through to the 8th level of Qi training, I was just happy, but I forgot a big thing." Hearing what the elder said, Chen Yang was also a little surprised, and immediately signaled the elder to continue. "Patriarch, you also know that my Chen family is a beast-fighting family. There are not many strong martial arts in the family, and all the strength lies in the beast-fighting beast. But my Chen family practice method is an incomplete version of the beast-controlling practice method. It can only refine the beasts of life in the realm of Qi training. What I'm worried about is that if the Patriarch doesn't refine the beasts of his life, he's afraid that he will break through to open the pulse." Listening to the Great Elder's words, Chen Yang smiled and said, "Great Elder, you look down on me too much. How can you break through the open pulse so quickly? Besides, after solving the current predicament, I will choose one of the hurricane wolves in my family to refine it and become the beast of my destiny." "What? Master refining the blast wolf?" "No, absolutely not." Hearing that Chen Yang planned to use the hurricane wolf as his destiny beast, Chen Xian waved his hands again and again. "Why?" Chen Yang was a little surprised. The monster that the Chen family knew best was the hurricane wolf. "Patriarch, you also know that Storm Wolf's future achievements are limited, and it is impossible to become a demon general. And Patriarch, you will definitely become the ancestor of Kaimei in the future. If you don't have a demon general level beast of life, wouldn't it delay yourself?" Chen Xian said. It was only then that Chen Yang understood. It turned out that this was what Chen Xian was worried about. "Elder, have you really forgotten my secret?" Chen Yang looked at Chen Xian with a smile. Chen Xian nodded, "Although I don't know how the Patriarch strengthens the bloodline of the monster, but I can be sure that the price paid must be not small. If that's the case, why waste this price on the hurricane wolf instead of choosing a powerful monster to cultivate?" Chen Yang understood. What this elder is worried about is not unreasonable. Hideyazu uses the operation of the Chen family as energy, so naturally it cannot be used arbitrarily. If you find a monster with powerful bloodline, you can save a lot of energy. Besides, even if you don't save energy, that energy can be used to strengthen the monster, making it the trump card in Chen Yang's hands. Moreover, the harmony bead cannot accumulate a lot of energy in an instant, it needs constant devouring of family luck and slowly accumulate energy. This also guarantees to the greatest extent that the Chen family can develop steadily. If it suddenly consumes a lot of family luck, it is estimated that most of the Chen family's warriors will go into trouble, and the rest will either be killed by meteorites, or accidentally fall into the water and drown. The influence of the ethnic movement on the family is so great. The elder's words are right. I won't arbitrarily refine the beasts of my destiny. Chen Yang decided to follow Chen Xian's words after thinking it over and over again. Hearing Chen Yang's answer, Chen Xian stroked his beard and said with a smile, "That's right, this old man retire." After the first elder left, Chen Yang was lying on the bed, looking at the roof, thinking about the fate of the beast in his mind. The Chen family's exercise Wan beast judgment has shortcomings. Not only does it cut off the path above the open veins, but it can only refine the beasts of life in the realm of Qi training. Inheritance of the 10,000 beasts and the Beast Master sect. When there is a chance in the future, you can try it in exchange for the following exercises. In this way, not only the ancestors can try to break through the condensing pill, but also the disciples of the family don't have to rush to find the beasts of destiny. 2 days passed in a flash, and in the blink of an eye, it was time for the young sect master of the Imperial Beast sect to hold a common goffage ceremony. Chen Yang and others also made preparations early. In order to participate in the young sect master's common goffage ceremony, Chen Yang specially dressed up to show his respect. Dressed in a white shirt, with light blue lines and gold thread decoration, Chen Yang, who was originally handsome, was set off as if he were exiled from the world. The patriarch is really a talented person. If this young sect master is a daughter, I am afraid that he will throw away his sect foundation and run away with the patriarch. Chen Xian looked at Chen Yang up and down, and then smiled slyly. Okay, don't flatter the elder, it's more important for us to do business. Chen Yang fanned his fan, and then took the elder to the royal beast sect. As a 9th-grade aristocratic family, the Chen family can only send 2 people to participate in the celebration of the young sect master. Chen Yang naturally wants to participate, and Chen Xian, who is at the peak of Qi practice, as the current strongest in the Chen family, will definitely also participate. Holding the invitation from the beast sect, the 2 walked unimpeded to the square where the celebration was held. The Imperial Beast sect is located in the mountains. It is not easy to find a flat area, so it must be regarded as a square for celebrations. After arriving at the square, the 2 quickly found the table where the Chen family was, and hurriedly sat down. Isn't this the new patriarch of the Chen family? Gongsun Miao met Patriarch Chen here. As soon as Chen Yang sat down, he heard a strange sound from someone on the left. Sun Hung looked at him, and saw a middle-aged man in luxurious clothes and a mustache staring at him with a smile. And Chen Xian whispered, Patriarch, this person is Gongsun Miao, the patriarch of the Gongsun family. The one sitting next to him is Gongsun Meng, the ancestor of the Gongsun family. It turned out to be the master of the Gongsun family. Chen Yang met the master of the family of Gongsun here, and the ancestor of Gongsun. Chen Yang clasped his fists with both hands and pretended to be kind. Gongsun Miao also bowed his hands, while Gongsun Meng acted as if he hadn't heard him, and still the old closed his eyes and sat in silence. After saying hello to Gongsun Miao, Chen Yang immediately closed his eyes and didn't want to pay attention to Gongsun Miao anymore. Although Gongsun Miao was angry, he didn't dare to be presumptuous here, so he snorted coldly and went to talk to other families. Soon, all the families participating in the celebration arrived, and the celebration officially began. Wang is very grateful for being able to participate in the children's common goffage ceremony. After everyone arrived, from the end of the square, a strong man with a terrifying aura stepped forward. Beside this strong man, there is a young son. These 2 are the sect master and young sect master of the beast fighting sect. I have seen sect master Wang. With a shout in unison, sect master Wang took his son and sat on the throne. Drink as much as you like. Under the leadership of sect master Wang, everyone raised their wine glasses and drank happily. And Chen Yang also took this opportunity to check on the guest. Sect master Wang sits facing the south. On his right-hand side are the major families in Zhangzhou, and on his left side are the strong men of the beast fighting sect. The seats of the aristocratic family and others are also very good. First of all, the 4 great 8-rank noble families that are attached to the Imperial Beast sect, naturally sit in the front. These 4 great 8th-rank families are located in the Imperial Beast city, and they live and die with the Imperial Beast sect. The rest of the 8th-rank aristocratic families located in the various counties and cities are the vassal Dogon royal family. There is also a cold knowledge here. It stands to reason that all the noble families and sects in the Dogon royal family are vassals of the Dogon royal family. But ordinary family sects are not worthy of becoming a vassal of the Dogon royal family. Only by becoming an 8th rank family can they be qualified to be a vassal of the Dogon royal family. Closer to home. After the 16 8th-rank families in Zhangzhou were seated in sequence, only the 9th-rank families were left. There are more than 100 9th-rank families in Zhangzhou, and the ones sitting in front are naturally the vassal families of the beast-fighting sect. Because Master Daoxuan, the master of the old ancestor of the Chen family, has quite a lot of energy in the beast-fighting sect, the seat of the Chen family is relatively high, ranking 5th in the 9th-rank family. After a party of guests and hosts enjoyed themselves, the main event came. Under everyone's attention, Sect Master Wang Xiao wore a hair crown and became an adult, with the qualification to inherit the Beast Master sect. And then, the major families present gifts. According to the order of the seats, all the aristocratic families presented gifts and congratulations to the Sect Master Wang Xiao in turn. Chen Yang couldn't help clenching his fists. Success or failure was in one fell swoop. A gift from a respected family made everyone feast their eyes. On weekdays, the precious 8 hoarder spirit medicines and spirit tools were given to Sect Master Wang Xiao as if they didn't need money. Even the 4 great 8th rank noble families who vassalized the beast fighting sect even offered 7th rank spiritual weapons, which surprised everyone. The following is a gift from the Gongsun family. Hearing this voice, Chen Yang looked at the Gongsun family, wondering what gifts the Gongsun family would bring out. Although the Gongsun family is a 9th rank family, just like the Chen family, the masters of the 2 ancestors have a lot of energy in the beast sect. And many people are aware of the conflict between the Gongsun family and the Chen family. They are very curious about what gifts the Gongsun family will present. If the gift is precious, I'm afraid the beast sect will intervene and help the Gongsun family to annex the Chen family. Gongsun Mang has met the sect master and the young sect master. Yu Kanshu www.yuyuganshu.com is presenting the 8 Hoarder Peak Defensive Spiritual Weapon Streamer Armor. Congratulations to the young sect master. From the storage bag, Gongsun Mang took out a golden armor that shone with golden light, and put it on the table respectfully. What? It turned out to be an 8 Hoarder Peak Defensive Spiritual Weapon. Where did the Gongsun family get it? Seeing that the Gongsun family presented an 8 Hoarder Peak Defensive Spiritual Weapon, everyone was surprised. In the category of spiritual tools, the value of defensive spiritual tools is particularly high. The defensive spiritual tools at the peak of the 8 Hoarder can already catch up with the 7th order spiritual tools in terms of value. How can the Gongsun family not be shocked when they present such a great treasure? Even the 8th rank family looked at the Gongsun family, and their thoughts poured out. The Gongsun family offered such a great treasure, and they were also a vassal family of the beast fighting sect. I am afraid that they will pay more attention to it in the future. The Chen family is really over this time. The Gongsun family presents such a heavy gift, I'm afraid it will cut off the chance of the Chen family asking for help from the beast sect. Yet, it stands to reason that the 2 major families are both vassal families of the beast sect. If there is a sharp conflict, the beast sect will definitely adjust. And the Gongsun family presented a heavy gift, which completely blocked the possibility of adjustment. For a while, the eyes of everyone looking at the Chen family were full of pity. Sect Master Wang glanced at Lu Guangjia, and then said calmly, "The Gongsun family has a heart." Hearing Sect Master Wang's words, Gongsun Mang fell into ecstasy. Although Sect Master Wang's attitude didn't change much, being able to say these words was undoubtedly a sign of satisfaction with the work of the Gongsun family. It is estimated that the next annexation of the Chen family will not hinder the sect, and maybe even help. With such a mood in mind, Gongsun Mang stepped back a lot more briskly, and glanced at Chen Yang and Chen Xian. His eyes were full of the meaning of looking at the dead. The following is a gift from the Chen family. Finally come. Chen Yang quickly calmed down, then took the imperial beast bag from Chen Xian and quickly came to Sect Master Wang. Chen Jiat presents the Howling Moon Wolf to congratulate the young sect master. After a sound of neither humble nor arrogant, Chen Yang quickly opened the imperial beast bag and released the Howling Moon Wolf. The moment the Howling Moon Wolf was released, he planned to escape, but as soon as he sensed the surrounding aura, he quickly fell down without moving. It turned out to be the Howling Moon Wolf. This can be cultivated to the peak of the Demon Lord, and there is even a glimmer of hope to break through the existence of the Demon King. The Pulse Opening Demon General, the Ningdan Demon Venerable, the Zifu Demon King. This Howling Moon Wolf may possibly become an existence beyond Ningdan. I didn't expect that the Chen family would be able to find this Howling Moon Wolf and have the courage to give it to the Royal Beast Sect first. All of a sudden, the patriarchs of all the families focused their attention on Chen Yang. Looking at Howling Moon Wolf lying in front of Chen Yang, his eyes were full of complicated meanings. On the one hand, he was jealous of the good luck of the Chen family, and on the other hand, he sighed at the courage of the Chen family. Hehe, the Gongsun family's abacus will fail now. I don't know who said these words secretly. At the moment, most of the owners of the family looked at the Gongsun family. At this moment, Gongsun Miao felt as uncomfortable as eating flies. Damn it! How could the luck of the Chen family be so good that they were able to find a Howling Moon Wolf? The appearance of the Howling Moon Wolf brought shock to everyone that cannot be expressed in words. Even Sect Master Wang got up and stared at Howling Moon Wolf with an incredible expression. After a while, Sect Master Wang came back to his senses. Good. 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 I am very relieved that the Chen family is so loyal. Daoxuan, you have accepted a good apprentice. In this way, you represent my Beast Master sect and reward the Chen family well. Even if it is the cultivation technique of breaking through the pill, it can be rewarded together. Sect Master Wang's remarks immediately caused a shock among the major families. No one would have thought that Sect Master Wang would actually be willing to reward the Chen family with the pill condensing technique. If this is really the case, doesn't it mean that the Chen family has the opportunity to become an 8th rank family? You must know that Zhangzhou has been in existence for 300 years, and no new 8th rank family has been born. If the Chen family really becomes an 8th rank family, then the situation in Zhangzhou will definitely change. Especially the patriarch of the 8th rank aristocratic Song family in Nanyang County, his eyes were half closed at this moment, and strands of murderous aura emerged, and then quickly dissipated. Daoxuan sincerely obeys the edict. At the moment when Sect Master Wang's voice fell, an old man dressed in white with white hair and white beard handed over his orders. Thank you, Sect Master. After Xiao Yuelang was taken away, Chen Yang and Gubo returned to his seat without any surprise, but only briefly glanced at Gongsun Miao when he sat down. This look doesn't seem like a big deal to others, but to Gongsun Miao, it looks like a great shame. This Chen Yang is undoubtedly saying, "What's the matter? Your Gongsun family's small plan has failed." The dedication ceremony is still in progress, but with Chen Jiazu in front, the rest of the gifts always give everyone a feeling of unhappiness. After knowing that the last family presented a gift, everyone just got into it, and then they picked up the wine together and blessed the young sect master together. At this point, the celebration is over, and Chen Yang and Chen Xian, following Master Daoxuan, came to the courtyard where Master Daoxuan lived, and discussed the treasures that were given to the Chen family. Sit down. As soon as they entered the courtyard, Master Daoxuan motioned for Chen Yang and the two to sit at the stone table. As for Master Daoxuan, he picked up a pot of tea and poured a cup for them under the trembling gazes of Chen Yang and Chen Xian. My beloved disciple, your ancestor, loves to drink my tea. In the past, when I was in the Beast Master sect, that stole my tea a lot. When Venerable Daoxuan said this, there was a hint of joy on his face, but in an instant, this joy turned into regret. Unfortunately, your Chen family is too weak, and my beloved disciple has to return to the family to sit in town. If there is no chance in this life, I am afraid that the road to condensing pills will be cut off. Forget it, don't be sad anymore. You are the head of the Chen family, tell me, what reward do you want? Venerable Daoxuan looked at Chen Yang with a smile. Chen Yang first glanced at Chen Xian, and then made a decision in his heart, going back to the master, I just want the imperial beast sect to mediate the conflict between the Chen family and the Gongsun family. As for the other rewards, I am willing to offer them all to the master instead, to show the filial piety of our ancestors. Master Daoxuan was stunned for a moment, then laughed and scolded, you little slick, do you know how many apprentices I have? Master Hui, you have accepted a total of 103 apprentices. Then, do you know that the only one who can get the title of a disciple is your ancestor? This. Chen Yang pretended to be puzzled and looked at Master Daoxuan, already feeling joy in his heart. Don't pretend to be confused, I won't covet your reward, you just want the reward. Master Daoxuan broke Chen Yang's mind in one sentence. Hearing this, Chen Yang took a deep breath, Master, I'll wait for a brief refutation of my experience, so I'll have to trouble the master to decide on this reward. You're really trying to flatter me. Anyway, I'll help you with the staff. Master Daoxuan took a sip of tea, and then looked directly at Chen Yang, I guess you all want that technique that can break through the condensing pill. After all, with this technique, your Chen family also has the opportunity to become an 8th rank family. However, I don't recommend you choose. Why? Chen Yang asked the question cooperatively. That's because your Chen family's strength is not strong, and this practice method will only bring disaster. Moreover, this practice method is of great value. If you want this, then don't think about getting any benefits. Even if the Imperial Beast Sect stops the Gongsun family's actions, it is impossible. Daoxuan said humanely. The value of the pill coagulation technique is far more than that of a monster with the blood of a monster. After all, there is only one monster beast, but the condensing technique can create an 8th rank family, and the value is not too high. So I suggest that you ask for less, so that it can not only enrich your family. It can also make the royal beast sect benefit from you, and in the future, in your development path, it can also help you one or two, and block some dangers for you. Listening to Venerable Daoxuan's words, Chen Yang nodded subconsciously, yes, it's the same as my own judgment. As for what reward you want, you can think for yourself. I'll help you judge whether it is suitable or not. When Master Daoxuan said this, he picked up the tea leisurely and quietly waited for Chen Yang to reply. Chen Yang, on the other hand, had already thought about the benefits of this trip in his heart. Master, I would like to ask the Imperial Beast Sect to grant our family another kind of qualification for raising monsters. In this way, our family's spiritual stone income will be greatly increased, and we will also have resources for our ancestors to cultivate with confidence. After all, my ancestor worked too hard for the family, and it's time for his old man to enjoy himself. When Venerable Daoxuan heard this, he couldn't help feeling a little sad. On the way of martial arts, practice Qi, open pulse, condense pills, purple house. No matter what state you are in, you cannot do without the help of resources. And his favorite apprentice, but because of his family's drag, almost cut off the road of condensing pills. Thinking of this, Master Daoxuan put the teacup on the stone table, don't worry about this, I will at least apply for a breeding line for the first order peak monster beasts. My ancestors thank you, Master. When Chen Yang heard this, his eyes immediately filled with tears. My good boy, it is a blessing for your ancestor to have descendants like you. Master Daoxuan waved his sleeve robe, and an invisible aura wiped away the tears from the corners of Chen Yang's eyes. Master has won the prize. Seeing Master Daoxuan's satisfied look, Chen Yang couldn't help snickering in his heart. It seems that the acting lessons that I paid for in my last life were really worthless. This is done, it is estimated that under the premise of the Imperial Beast Sect's debt, there will be a lot of benefits. Besides the production line, there is nothing else to ask for. What is taken in advance must be given first. Chen Yang intends to retreat to advance, and let Master Daoxuan take the initiative to benefit the Chen family. Sure enough, when Venerable Daoxuan heard this, he looked relieved. Children, don't worry about me. Forget it, I will reward you with a pulse-opening pill from the Chen family. This will also allow your Chen family to stabilize the foundation of the 9th rank family. But then you will have no benefit. After all, the Beast Master sect has to stop the Gongsun family from dealing with your Chen family. That's enough. Chen Yang thanks the master again. Chen Xian, who was on the side, was almost dumbfounded. The Beast sect was bleeding heavily this time, but from the appearance of Master Daoxuan, the Beast sect seemed to owe them to the Chen family. The art of language. The ancients did not deceive me. After the two parties discussed the reward, Master Daoxuan asked Chen Yang and the two to wait in his yard. As for himself, he went to the sect master's hall to apply for the Chen family's reward. An hour later, Master Daoxuan came with a white jade pill bottle in his hand. As soon as they met, Master Daoxuan said straight to the point, the reward has been given, first of all, the breeding line you want. After consultation with the sects, it was decided to give you the green-horned bull. Although this green-horned bull is a monster of the first order peak bloodline, it still has a chance to break through the demon general. So the value of this blue-horned bull is quite high. Although the sect doesn't need a large number, I estimate that it can still generate 2,000 spirit stones for you every year. After a while, I will ask my apprentice to take the two of you to collect 10 bulls with green horns. Besides, this is the Kaimei pill, you can take it and go back. Thank you, Master. Chen Yang respectfully took the white jade bottle, followed by Master Daoxuan's apprentice, and received 10 adult blue-horned bulls, 5 males and 5 males. Chen's martial art, Wan Beast Ju, has a simple secret method to control monsters. It is relatively easy to control the blue-horned bull, and successfully put it in the beast bag. After receiving these rewards, Chen Yang and Chen Xian didn't dare to delay, they hurriedly took everyone to Xingyi to return to the family. 8 days later, Chen Xian breathed a sigh of relief when he looked at the city gate of Fengcheng that gradually became clearer. I've finally come back. I have a lot of treasures in my arms. I'm really afraid that I won't be able to come back. This time, the Chen family was able to obtain so many treasures, and I would like to thank the patriarch. The family said thank you, let's go to the city. Immediately, Chen Yang rode the wind wolf and led the others into Fengcheng. Chen family. As soon as Chen Yang returned to the family, he took Chen Xian and the other 7 elders and entered the discussion hall together. At this moment, in addition to the 9 elders guarding the breeding base, all powerful figures in the Chen family are in the discussion hall. Glancing at the crowd, Chen Yang took out the jade bottle with the Kaimei pill in it. 2 things, the first one, the Kaimei pill rewarded by the Imperial Beast Sect, I decided to use it for the Great Elder. Chen Yang's remarks caused an uproar in the conference hall. Chen Xian immediately stood up to object, Patriarch, this is a must. This Kaimei pill is a 7th grade pill, which can increase the probability of 30% of Qi training breaking through Kaimei. How can I endure such a treasure pill? In my opinion, this pill should be used by you, Patriarch. This matter is not to be discussed. I am the head of the family, and I have the final say. Chen Yang waved his hand and stopped Chen Xian's words. The Great Elder has worked hard and is a martial artist at the peak of Qi training. He is rational, and he also wants to let the Great Elder use this pulse-opening pill. I also hope you can understand. It's just the Great Elder, you owe the family a lot of contribution this time. I'll understand. The head of the family didn't object, and it was even more impossible for the other elders to feel uncomfortable. Chen Xian looked left and right, finally sighed, and took the Kaimei pill. Patriarch, don't worry, Chen Xian, will definitely be driven by the patriarch in this life. No matter how high the realm is, I will never say anything. If you violate this oath, you will be destroyed. Suddenly, Chen Xian made a martial oath in front of everyone. In this world, the martial Dao oath is remembered by Tiandao. Although Tiandao has no time to punish you according to the content of the oath, it is relatively easy to kill you. On the one hand, the reason why Chen Xian swore in front of so many people was to show his loyalty to Chen Yang. On the other hand, it is to tell the other elders that the times have changed, and now is the time for Chen Yang to call the shots. Chen Yang was stunned for a moment, and then he understood what Chen Xian meant, and immediately smiled bitterly. Why is the great elder here? Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com. Okay, let's talk about the second thing. The Beast Master sect rewarded me with the qualification to raise blue-horned bulls from the Chen family. I decided to open up half of the site on the Green Hills as a breeding base for greenhorns. However, the manpower on the Green Hill is definitely not enough. Who among you is willing to help the 9 elders share the burden? The 8 elders looked left and right, and then the 8 elders got up from their chairs and cupped their hands. Patriarch, let me go. Since that's the case, it's time to trouble the 8th elders, and the meeting will be dismissed. Chen Yang handed the imperial beast bag to the 8th elders, and he was the first to leave the discussion hall under the sound of the elders sending them off. Inside Chen Yang's small courtyard. To disperse the maid, Chen Yang released Hideazu. Hideozhu, refining energy. According to the information given by the Hideozhu, the energy accumulated every day has a certain limit. So Chen Yang intends to see where the current energy limit of the Dao bead is. With Chen Yang's order, invisibly, the Chen family's luck gathered next to the Dao bead and was swallowed by the Dao bead little by little. It was not until 1% of the Chen family's clan luck was consumed that the energy absorbed by the Dao orb reached the limit of today. 1%? That's normal. Chen Yang nodded, and it seemed that Hideazu was still a bit measured. The fate of a family is not static. It stands to reason that a fluctuation of less than 3% is considered a normal fluctuation. For the time being, I will position the energy that the Hedao beads absorb to the limit one day, so that it will be convenient for my future arrangements. Chen Yang intends to define these energies numerically, which can also help Chen Yang understand how much energy is needed to strengthen it to a certain extent. According to Hideazu's information, the 1% of the clan's luck will be restored within 7 days. And once the Great Elder breaks through to open the pulse, the luck of the Chen family will soar, and the interval can be shortened again. All in all, according to the current situation of the Chen family, it is still possible to continuously provide energy for the harmony bead. Putting away Hideazu, Chen Yang is relatively optimistic about the future prospects. Dong dong dong. Just when Chen Yang was about to cultivate, there was a knock on the door. Who? Patriarch, Master, and Madam invite you to have dinner. The maid outside the door said. Okay, I'll go right away. Immediately, Chen Yang could only give up and went to the yard of his parents in this life. Father, Mother, I'm here. The Chen family was not too big, and Chen Yang arrived at his destination without much time. Yanger is here, wash your hands and eat quickly. Seeing Chen Yang coming over, Chen Yang's mother Shenmeng greeted Chen Yang warmly. At the dinner table, looking at his father who was holding a wine glass with a somewhat hesitant expression, Chen Yang put down his chopsticks. Father, if you have anything, just say it. Seeing this, Chen Tao, Chen Yang's father, sighed, well, I'll just say it straight. Your mother and I plan to move to the bookstore to guard the bookstore for our Chen family. It's so good, why are you guarding the library? Chen Yang asked. That's right. Although you were the head of the family before, people in the family always asked me for my opinion on some things. I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to deal with it at first, so I didn't say anything. But now that my son saves the Chen family from fire and water, this is naturally not the case. My move this time is to tell everyone that the owner of the Chen family is my son Chen Yang, not Chen Tao. Chen Tao said a little excitedly. After understanding the reason, Chen Yang smiled and said, "Father, there is no need for this. The first elder has sworn to be loyal to me forever. In addition to the gift-giving incident, the entire Chen family will listen to me. Father doesn't have to. Is there still such a thing?" Chen Tao was stunned for a moment. He thought about this matter again and again, and then made a decision through gritted teeth. Now it looks like it's all useless? Also, that great elder, aren't you very arrogant on weekdays? What medicine did my son give you to make you so obedient? Father, there is naturally a special person to guard the library. I think my father and mother should concentrate on their cultivation and focus on breaking through and opening the pulse. After all, the lifespan of a Qi martial artist is only 100 years. Only by becoming an open pulse can one live 200 years. Kai Mei? You look down on your parents too much. Chen Tao waved his hand with a wry smile upon hearing this. Your father is 46 now, and he has only practiced the 8th level of Qi, which is comparable to your realm. And your mother is 43 and only has practiced the 6th level of Qi. The two of us will never be able to break through the open pulse. What's the matter? If you don't have the qualifications, let's get the resources to open your veins. Chen Yang laughed. Yang can't talk nonsense. When Shen Meng heard this, she had a serious face. Yang you are the head of the Chen family. Everything requires fairness, and you must not show favoritism. Besides, just push people into the open veins casually, I'm afraid it is only possible for the 7th rank forces. Yang should not talk nonsense. Shen Meng didn't want to, because she caused her son's reputation to be tarnished. I know the truth here, doesn't our family have a contribution system? Then I will use my contribution to exchange resources for the two of you, and it will not be considered favoritism. You two elders still have 50 years to break through the opening of the pulse, and I also have the confidence to build the Chen family into a 7th rank family within 50 years. Chen Yang joked. Don't talk nonsense, can you do what so many ancestors haven't accomplished yet? Chen Tao glanced at Chen Yang, and then continued, also, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Your mother and I see you get married, and that's enough. Chen Tao looked like an accusation, but his words were still full of worry. Afterwards, none of the three mentioned this matter, and they happily finished the meal while chatting. After finishing the meal, Chen Tao continued to take over the conversation. Yang I still decided to go with your mother to guard the library. Listen to me first, I'm no longer the head of the family, so I can't get resources. Going to the library will not only help you, but also get my and your mother's cultivation resources. You didn't say that you want us to break through to open the pulse. Naturally, we have to prepare early. It's not me. Chen Yang wanted to say something, but was interrupted by Chen Tao. You are talented and smart, and you need more resources. I am your father, so this matter is settled. After you become the ancestor of Kai Mei, let's talk about other things. Chen Yang wanted to say something, but seeing that his parents had made a decision, he stopped talking. With Hideyazu, the future of the Chen family will definitely not be limited to the 7th rank family. At that time, it is not impossible to push the parents to open the pulse, and even to condense the pill. Okay, Yang go and do your business. Baby retire. After leaving his parents' courtyard, Chen Yang returned to his own courtyard to cultivate. The elders are watching the affairs of the family. Unless there is a major event, Chen Yang needs to make a decision. The sun and the moon passed by, and in a blink of an eye, the time of January had passed. In this month, Chen Yang has completely stabilized his 8th level of Qi practice. And by the way, I used the Dao Orb again, and accumulated 4 points of energy. Patriarch, the second elder invites you to the discussion hall. On this day, when Chen Yang was planning to practice cultivation, the second elder suddenly sent someone to invite Chen Yang over. Since Chen Xian's retreat and breakthrough, the second elder, Chen Meng, is in charge of most of the Chen family's affairs. After coming to the discussion hall, Chen Yang said straight to the point, "Second elder, what do you have to do with me?" Chen Meng was not as kind-hearted as Chen Xian, but rather serious, but at this moment, Chen Meng grinned. "Patriarch, it's a great joy. Among the hurricane wolves in our family, suddenly there was a bloodline that returned to its ancestors and mutated into a Xianfeng wolf with the bloodline of a demon general. Oh, take me to see it." Chen Yang's eyes lit up. If it was not fake at this time, then his own destiny, the beast, was lost. "Please come with me." Immediately, under the leadership of Chen Meng, the two quickly swept to the green hill outside Fengcheng. Beside the green hill, the 8th and 9th elders were already ready, and when they saw Chen Yang coming, they hurriedly stepped forward and saluted, "I have seen the head of the family. Don't be too polite, where's the Xianfeng wolf? Please come with me." Immediately, the 9 elders led Chen Yang to an iron cage. The cage contained the Xianfeng wolf. The profound wind wolf and the gale wind wolf are similar in appearance, the only difference is the difference in body size. The size of an adult hurricane wolf will not exceed 2 meters in length, but an adult Xianfeng wolf can grow to 3 meters 5. "Patriarch, it's not like you haven't refined your destiny beast yet, I suggest refining this Xianfeng wolf," the 9 elders said aside. "That's what I mean, according to the value, deduct my contribution points." Chen Yang was very satisfied with this mysterious wind wolf, so he did not refuse. "No, according to the rules, there is no need to deduct the contribution value for refining the beasts of destiny." The 9 elders waved their hands again and again. Hearing what the 9th elder said, Chen Yang was not too hypocritical, and took Xianfeng Lang back to his yard. "You all go down first." After dispersing the others, Chen Yang opened the iron cage door, and the Xianfeng wolf walked out of the iron cage step by step. Then, he quietly lay down in front of Chen Yang. Chen Yang is also a little curious sometimes, why are the monsters raised by him so aware of current affairs? After thinking about it, it must be the cauldron of the 9 elders. Closer to home. Satisfied, he glanced at Xianfeng wolf. Then Chen Yang activated his spiritual energy and used his right finger as a knife to cut through the heart of his left hand. A drop of blood essence was forced out of the body by Chen Yang. Immediately, Chen Yang's right index finger held the drop of blood essence and pressed it on Xianfeng wolf's forehead. "With my blood, I take the oath of heaven and earth, are you willing to surrender?" No matter what kind of cultivation technique is used to refine the beasts, the essence is to communicate with the heavens and the earth, and make an oath of heaven and earth with the monsters. Among them, monsters can be rejected. After all, if the master dies, the beasts of destiny cannot survive. Chen Yang naturally respected Xianfeng Wolf's own choice and looked at Xianfeng Wolf very kindly. After Xianfeng Wolf agreed to become his own destiny beast, Chen Yang dispelled the terrifying aura gathered in his right hand and touched Xianfeng Wolf's forehead instead. "I'm a monster from the Chen family, and I'm fairly familiar with it." With the help of the beast of life, Chen Yang's personal strength has also improved a lot. The natal imperial beasts are not like ordinary imperial beasts. Although ordinary imperial beasts can also be driven by people, there is still the possibility of rebellion. But the beasts of life are different. No matter what the master does, the beasts of life are impossible to rebel. The beasts of life are so unique, so naturally they cannot be refined too much. According to the ancient records of the imperial beast sect, Qi training can only refine one beast of life, and opening the pulse is 2. Every time a big realm is raised, the number of natal beasts that can be refined increases by 1. These are the rules of this world, and no matter how powerful the exercises are, they cannot be violated. Of course, ordinary imperial beasts do not have this restriction. If Chen Yang is willing, there is no problem in refining any number of ordinary imperial beasts by using the secret method of the 10,000 beasts art. Suan Fenglang, you are cultivating in my yard. People bring you food every day, so don't attack them. Xian Fenglang nodded. Although his IQ is not high, he can still handle this full meal. Seeing that Xian Fenglang was so sensible, Chen Yang felt relieved that Xian Fenglang would stay in the yard and handle other family affairs by himself. Xian Feng Wolf's current strength is only in the middle stage of the first rank, so he can't help Chen Yang too much. It is better to keep him here. After the energy accumulated by the Hideazu is sufficient, he can help Xian Feng Wolf to improve his strength. Chen Yang did not encounter any major events in the following days. Basically, he dealt with family affairs in the morning and cultivated in the afternoon. This time, half a month has passed. In the afternoon half a month later, when Chen Yang was cultivating in the yard, a 7 or 8-year-old doll stumbled in. "Seventh uncle, Grandpa invites you to come over." "It's Mingd, you said that your grandfather invited me over, and the great elder is out." Chen Yang picked up the child and asked with a smile. This child is the grandson of the first elder, and also the son of the eldest of Chen Yang's generation, and belongs to the eldest of the next generation. Starting from the next generation, the Chen family has set a generational number. Ming Dao Xing Long, loyal and honest handed down. This Chen Mingd is the boss of the Ming generation. In the past, because the Chen family became a 9th grade family not long ago, there has been no brand name generation. Now that there are more and more direct descendants of the Chen family, it is natural to establish a seniority. As for collateral, it doesn't matter. "Yes, Uncle Seven, you should hurry up and pass." Chen Ming nodded his head dazedly. "All right then, Uncle Seven will go over immediately." After kissing Chen Ming's fleshy face, Chen Yang quickly rushed to the discussion hall. In the discussion hall, Chen Xian, who broke through Kaimei and became the ancestor of the Chen family Kaimei, was very comfortable at the moment. After more than a month of seclusion, Chen Xian lived up to the family's expectations and successfully broke through to the state of open pulse. Although it is the first level of opening the pulse, it can still give the Chen family a boost. At the very least, the Gongsun family wouldn't dare to attack the Chen family in a big way, even if there wasn't any obstruction from the Imperial Beast sect. "Congratulations, Great Elder." "No, it should be called Ancestor Chen Xian now." Chen Xian was stunned when he suddenly heard a familiar voice, and immediately jumped down from the chair. A smile quickly piled up on his face. "Patriarch, you can beat me, and others don't care. Why do you call me Old Ancestor? I think it's better to call me the Great Elder." Chen Xian quickly brought Chen Yang to the main seat, and he didn't have the pretense of opening the pulse at all. After Chen Yang sat firmly, he waved his hand to signal to the other elders to sit down. This time the Great Elder has broken through to the state of opening the pulse, so it is natural to congratulate him. Second Elder, Yu reading www.yuyugonshu.com sent an order to send invitations to all the 9th grade families in Nanyang County, saying that my Chen family is going to hold a pulse opening banquet. Yes. Chen Meng nodded. However, Chen Xian hesitated. "Patriarch, is it a little too ostentatious? What's the swagger? We just gave such a big gift to the Beastmaster sect. At least, no family has dared to provoke us in the past 10 years. Now that we hold a pulse opening banquet, not only is it not ostentatious, but it can also make other families fear us even more, which is also beneficial to our business." Seeing that Chen Yang had made a decision, Chen Xian didn't say anything. "The matter of opening the pulse banquet is so settled, elders, is there anything else?" Chen Yang asked. The other elders looked at each other, and finally Chen Meng stood up from the chair. "Patriarch, there is still 1 month before the end of the year. According to past practice, the head of the family needs to inspect the family business so as to arrange the cultivation resources of the clansmen for the next year. It's New Year's Eve." Chen Yang was looking forward to what the new year in this world would look like. It's better to hit the sun if you choose a day. After the meeting, the second elder and I will check on the family's business. Patriarch, are we still holding the New Year's hunt this time? The second elder asked another question. This year's off-hunting is a day unique to the Zhangzhou family and the sect. Zhangzhou is located on the border of the Dogon dynasty, close to the Endless Mountain Range, and the Endless Mountain Range is filled with a huge number of monsters. In order to protect the environment and the people, the major families and sects will clean up regularly to ensure the safety of Zhangzhou. This time is different from the past. This year's hunting is closed, so cancel it. Chen Yang thought over and over again and decided to cancel this year's hunting. There are so many dangers hidden in the Endless Mountains, although the Chen family will not go deep, it is only relative. Judging from the distance from the Chen family's entry, if it wasn't for Kaimei Patriarch to guard day and night, it is estimated that none of the people who participated in the hunting would come back. Although Chen Xian has broken through to the state of opening the pulse, but after all, he has just broken through, and his strength is far from that of the ancestors of the Chen family. Taking all into consideration, Chen Yang decided not to hold a hunt. The other elders nodded, which was exactly what they thought. In today's time of great change, stability is still the main requirement. Is there anything else? If not, first elder, let's inspect the family business. No problem. Immediately, under the leadership of the great elder, Chen Yang formally investigated the Chen family's business, and the first stop was Xiaoqingshan outside Fengcheng. As the most important industrial base of the Chen family, Xiaoqingshan is naturally guarded by a lot of clansmen, and they also specially asked the formation master to inscribe the formation to ensure the safety of the hurricane wolf. By the time Chen Yang and Chen Xian arrived at Xiaoqingshan, the 9th and 8th elders had been waiting for a long time. Patriarch, Great Elder, let me briefly explain the Qingshan business. This year, I sold a total of 2,300 spirit stones in Qingshan. After deducting the consumption of the rations of the hurricane, there are still 1,500 spirit stones left. The 9 elders said. Do you consume so much rations? Chen Yang did not expect that the consumption of rations alone would reach 800 spirit stones. Patriarch, this is all necessary. Only by feeding the monster meat for a long time, the speed and quality of the hurricane wolf can reach the standard. If you feed ordinary beast meat, it will not only grow slowly, but also will not meet the standards of the imperial beast sect, so it cannot be sold. Chen Xian explained aside. Chen Yang understood, so, you have earned an extra 500 spirit stones this year. It looks like this for the time being, but it's not going to work in the next year. The 8th elder showed a worried look on his face. Seeing this, Chen Yang immediately became nervous. What's going on? What happened? Patriarch, it's like this, next year the green-horned bull will give birth. In order to raise the green-horned bull, we must set aside some spirit stones next year. That's right. Hearing Elder Nine's explanation, Chen Yang couldn't help but smile bitterly. This is really a happy trouble. It doesn't matter, it is estimated that in 3 years, the first batch of blue-horned bulls will be able to be sold to the sect. At that time, the income from the spirit stones of Xiaoqingshan will come up. This period of time, everyone insists on persevering, and it will be over soon. Chen Yang patted the 9 elders on the shoulder, indicating that they don't need to worry. In a short time, Xiaoqingshan's business inspection was completed. Although this Xiaoqingshan business is the family's largest, it is the most difficult place to go wrong. This kind of more precious business, the less dirty things will happen. After saying goodbye to Xiao Qingshan, under the leadership of Chen Xian, Chen Yang came to the Chen family's second largest business, outside the Chen family farm. Patriarch, our farm has a total of 10,000 mu of fertile land. Although the current output is ordinary rice, it can only be sold as big money. But with so much food, mutated lingmai appears every year, which can also bring a lot of benefits to the family. While explaining the farm's business to Chen Yang, the first elder pushed open the gate of the farm. In the Chen family farm, the tenant farmers, under the deployment of collateral disciples, earnestly cultivate the Chen family farmland. As for becoming a tenant farmer of the Chen family, Feng Cheng does not know how many people are willing to do it. After all, the Chen family has already entered the rank, and Lingxi is the most important thing. As for the big money, it is all if there is or not, and it is enough to maintain a living. In fact, with the size of the 9th rank family of the Chen family, there may be a shortage of spirit stones, but it is impossible to spend a lot of money. The Chen family, who has a lot of money, is naturally extremely tolerant towards these tenant farmers. Although the land is not their own, the income of the tenant farmers is much higher than that of other farmers in Fengcheng. Seeing Chen Yang and Chen Xian coming in, the collateral clansmen who were in charge of the place came to them one after another. I'm waiting to see the head of the family and the first elder. Okay, don't be too polite. I'll accompany the owner to inspect the situation of the lower farm. You send someone to follow us, and you can do the rest. The first elder waved his hand to dismiss these people, and then followed Chen Yang into the farmland together. The collateral clansmen who were in charge of following followed silently behind them, waiting for Chen Yang's inquiry. How many Lingmai were born this year? Hearing Chen Yang's question, the collateral clan quickly responded, Patriarch, according to your subordinate's estimate, 1,000 kilograms of Lingmai will be born this year. Only 1,000 pounds. Chen Yang frowned. This acre of land can produce about 700 caddies of rice, while 10,000 mu of land can only produce 1,000 caddies of rice. In conversion, not even a pound of Lingmai could be produced in 1 mu of land. And the spiritual rice formed by this natural mutation is basically the first-order spiritual rice, and a single spiritual stone can buy 10 kilograms. Doesn't it mean that the entire Chen family manor can only produce 100 spirit stones? Seeing Chen Yang frowning, the collateral clan was like an ice cave, and the whole person couldn't help trembling. He didn't know what he did wrong to make the owner unhappy. It has nothing to do with you. Fortunately, Chen Yang could see the man's nervousness, and Yuyuganshu www.yuyuganshu.com explained it, which made the man relieved. On the other hand, Chen Xian understood what Chen Yang meant. Patriarch, this year is a good time. What do you mean by that? Chen Yang looked at Chen Xian. Patriarch, I don't know why this year, Fengchen's spiritual energy is much stronger than in previous years, and there is also a lot of rice that has mutated into spiritual rice. According to previous years, it would be good to have 500 caddies. Chen Xian said cheerfully. Hearing Chen Xian say this, Chen Yang was relieved. It would be great if my Chen family also had a spiritual field. Lingtian is a good thing, not only the rice that is planted will automatically become spiritual rice that produces spiritual rice, but also spiritual medicine can be grown. Under the leadership of the master, I believe that our Chen family will have a spiritual field. Chen Xian followed the words and slapped Chen Yang. Chen Yang glanced at Chen Xian. You are the ancestor of opening the pulse, why are you flattering me? You can't say that. Chen Xian looked righteous. I'm telling the truth, how can I be flattering? Immediately afterwards, Chen Xian put on a smiley face. Besides, even if I become Master Ningdan, I will always be loyal to the Patriarch. However, whether the old man can break through the condensate pill depends on the help of the Patriarch. Okay, let's continue watching. After inspecting the Lingtian business, Chen Yang sat at a stone table and stared at the endless fertile fields. Such a waste! This was the only thought in Chen Yang's heart. After a week of inspection, Chen Yang found that people cultivate farmland here, and there is no concept of fertilization at all, and it all depends on its natural growth. The Chen family is not bad, they will buy some deworming medicines, but that's all there is to it.